Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
A tire comes to life and discovers it has psychokinetic powers, while an audience watches its gruesome and homicidal adventures in Rubber.
Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 138, Rubber. My name is Eric.
My name is Jason.
I am desperately trying to make this a better episode than the last one.
Oh, was the last one not quality?
The last one was terrible.
Yeah.
I recommended people not to listen to it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. You were here for it.
I've since purged it from my memory banks.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, I blinded myself with alcohol, and then I had some incantation done just to forget it all happened. Thanks for bringing it back.
No problem. Because I'm not the only one to be allowed to suffer, and I'm not going to make the listeners do it.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's very open-hearted of you.
I try. But seriously, yeah, when I posted that episode and posted the link on Facebook and Twitter, I made the highest recommendation not to listen to it. So much so that I even just posted our actual review in the description.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
That way they wouldn't have to wade through 30 minutes of bullshit.
They can't all be gold. Obviously, they can't all be bronze. Some of them just don't even start the race.
They're just turds.
Yeah.
Turds from the get-go. Stillborn. Baby monsters.
Baby's monsters?
Stillborn baby monsters.
Oh. Is that something? What is that?
It's a lyric from a Misfits song.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know, though.
Don't know the Misfits?
I've never heard of them.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I haven't seen that show in forever. Gem and the Holograms?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been staying over at my parents' house for the past week, and that show is regularly on a cable channel.
Gem and the Holograms?
Yep.
Does it still have the synergy?
Sure. All I know is that it's truly outrageous.
Oh, truly? Already?
Truly outrageous.
What, Gem?
Yes.
She had the best hair. She kind of reminded me of the lead singer of Vixen. Remember Vixen?
Vaguely.
I think they had an album called Rev It Up. There was like a picture of a chick on a motorcycle on the cover.
Nice.
You know, very double entendre, as was popular in the 80s metal scene. Hair metal scene.
Right.
You didn't see Dio doing double entendres.
Nah.
Just a single entendre.
Yep, just a single. And it was all about swords and elves.
Yeah. And why not?
Yep. 'Cause
He was an elf and he
sword.
owned a sword, yeah. God rest his soul. He was a vixen in his own right.
Huh?
He was kind of a vixen in his own right. He's a sexy, sexy lady.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, what were we talking about? Dio, metal,
Gem,
the Holograms, yeah, all the Misfits, backward, going backwards. Yeah.
Stillborn.
Oh yeah, bad episodes. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, they can't all be good. Obviously, we're proof of that.
And here in your first 3 minutes, already aiming low.
Well, shall we talk about the movie?
I guess we could talk about the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I forget it. So we had a long trip to get here.
Yeah, we usually just walk from your living room into your office.
Right.
And it's like the memory banks are still
Fresh.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Fully
good.
charged, full of movie.
Mm-hmm.
This time we had a little bit longer to go.
A jaunt.
Yeah.
Upwards of a 12-minute drive, probably.
Yeah. At least.
Really?
Maybe most.
Maybe. Okay.
I can't. See, if I start to figure out the distance and the time, I'm going to forget all about that movie.
Yeah, don't do no arithmetic. Save your brain power. It's like if we were trapped. Our brains are like the small amount of air that's trapped in an elevator, and we're trapped in here for a week.
Right.
We can't overuse them.
Nope.
That's why we're.
Do not panic. Do not hyperventilate.
No. Nope.
So yeah, the movie Rubber by a guy starring other people and a tire.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the clothing that they wear when you say attire.
No.
We're talking about
a tire.
Yeah, Robert
the tire.
Yeah. Wow. Right?
Yeah. I don't think I can review this movie.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
I think I nailed on the way over. I was trying to think of wrap my head around what I just saw because I've never seen anything like that.
Right.
It almost delves into the territory of things that I uber hate, like Tim and Eric's Awesome Show.
Right.
It almost delves into that territory.
I can kind of see that.
But not quite. It doesn't quite get there.
No. It's production quality. That helps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I know I get the whole Tim and Eric thing is that they're sort of making fun of, basic cable, public access kind of things.
Right.
But, shooting it on videotape, makes it less watchable and makes it even more unfunny than they already are.
Yeah.
Good cinematography really sort of helped lift this out of being bullshit.
For sure. I was thinking that during one of the better scenes where the sheriff is explaining to the other cops how what is real and what isn't.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that same thing. I was like, wow, if we just filmed this, I was like, this is the kind of good writing that, anybody can do if you have a camera and a few dudes around.
Right.
It's not like you have to be blowing up bridges and whatnot to have a really amazing thing on film.
Right.
But yeah, the production quality is what made that work.
Yeah. I don't know that I disliked this movie, but I'm uncertain whether I liked it. I laughed.
Yeah.
I laughed quite a bit.
And purposefully so.
And purposefully, yeah. The intention was for comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things bothered me. But nothing that I think... wow.
It's just so absurd.
Yeah.
It's like trying to review a Dali painting, It's like you're talking about, how it works together and why it works together, and it's like it's not supposed to make sense.
Right.
It's absurd, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, I can talk about one thing that bothered me in this movie that I think does not reflect on the quality of it.
Okay.
The dialogue in this movie all sounds like it was written by a guy who does not speak English for a first language.
Okay, yeah.
There's not a lot of contractions used.
Right, okay. Okay, okay, I'm with you now.
Just the way certain normal everyday phrases that you or I would say are said a lot more
just kind of stilted and
stretched out and not natural.
Yeah, there was whenever there was a scene at the beginning where the police officers telling the sheriff to get back in the car and not explain things.
Right.
That was one of the ones where, yeah, it was like very like he was reading it and it didn't just seem. But that might have just been a poor actor too. Who knows?
Well, I'm gonna lean it to a poor director because the guy wrote and directed the movie himself, Quentin Dupieux, a French name, thus leading to my theory on maybe English wasn't his first language.
Yeah.
And being someone who wrote and directed this, he probably told his actors to stick to the script explicitly.
Right. Yeah.
And not let them
Stray
or, rework it to say the words how people would say them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. It didn't bother me though. Like it didn't.
No, it didn't. Like it took me out of the movie once or twice, but
Right.
like not enough that I'm just fuck this movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like I've seen better tire movies. This ain't the first and won't be the last. Quentin Dupieux. I love the fourth wall stuff. That was my favorite stuff.
Yeah.
Where, they're talking about watching a movie, they're talking to the audience, which ends up not necessarily being us, which is bizarre too.
Yeah. But it is us at the same time.
Yeah.
Possibly my favorite breaking the fourth wall scene is when the nerdy guy with the tie.
Oh, what was he? The Yes Man?
Yeah, his credit in the movie was accountant.
Okay.
But he's talking to I believe the guy in the wheelchair because all the other audience members are dead.
Yeah.
And the guy in the wheelchair is just watching the proceedings of the actual movie going on. And the guy, the accountant, asks, what's going on, and the guy tells him that there's a chase scene going on. It's really exciting. We're not watching it.
Yeah.
We're not seeing this.
Yeah. It's like in Reservoir Dogs when they describe all the crazy action that happened.
Right.
But you don't see it.
That, friends, is how you make a movie on a budget.
What's that?
Doing something like that.
Yeah.
By being just clever enough to not make you say a bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that's all this movie was.
Yeah.
It was a magic trick to not make you say bullshit.
And do you think you were just talking about how there was a scene where all of the audience members, die except for the one guy?
Right.
Do you think that's supposed to kind of, again, like maybe there's nothing in this movie that represents anything, but is that supposed to be like, 10 out of every 11 people that watch this movie are just going to give up on it halfway through it, and then like those of us that soldier through are that guy in the wheelchair that is watching it?
Maybe, yeah.
Because the audience like just starts dropping like flies and pretty much is all gone by the end of the movie.
I could see this being a very polarizing movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I couldn't imagine like I can think of like a dozen friends of mine or relatives that if they watched this, they would just it would make them uncomfortable, and not because there's like some weird sex scene or something, but just uncomfortable. Like I don't get this, and am I supposed to get this? This is weird,
Yeah. It's, and, it's not like the movie is trying to hide that either.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the very first scene that happens, they come out and tell you that, this movie doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And that, things happen for no reason, apparently.
Yeah.
As they do in other famous films.
Right.
But, wow. Yeah, Rubber. Wow. Man.
There's no real story. I guess there's kind of a story within a story.
There's a little bit of story, and if you say there's a story to, a movie like Friday the 13th or Halloween, there's a similar story in this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'd say closer to,
Halloween, probably.
yeah, because he's like,
Stalking.
Right.
Yeah. Killing for no reason.
yeah, building up,
Right.
like building bigger and bigger kills.
Yeah. But instead of a guy in a William Shatner mask, it's a tiger.
Now, if they would have put that tire in a William Shatner mask, can you imagine how great that would have been?
It even leaves itself open for a sequel, like most slasher movies
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah, and like I don't want to spoil the ending. I guess I don't know, but isn't that like it almost seems like again here I go trying to find some sort of reason
Logic, yeah.
and logic, but it almost like an assault on traditional Hollywood films.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I don't know. Everything about this movie screams to be something that I should just outright hate.
Yeah. Halfway through this, I was like, "Oh man, Eric hates this already. I can feel it." But then like you kept laughing and like I was like, "Huh."
Because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's very pretentious, but something about this movie keeps it from being an arty piece of shit.
Yeah. I think it's because it's self-referential and the main guy, like if everybody in the movie was on the same page, maybe it would seem pretentious.
Okay.
But like, there's like one character who like,
Who knows what's going on?
yeah, and he always,
Everyone else doesn't.
yeah, and he's always explaining it to him, and I think that helps.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
And that guy, I don't know that actor, but he was awesome.
He's great, yeah. I've heard the name. I swear I've seen him in something.
What was his name? Stella?
Steven Spinella.
Spinella, okay.
Yeah.
I was really, oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was also really impressed with both David Bowie and Ethan Cohen. They both I transformed. I couldn't even recognize either one of them. But
Yeah, even their names.
yeah, they even
Just
misspelled both.
misspell them.
They misspelled both their names by one letter. But like at first glance, when I saw David Bowie, I was like, David Bowie, or
Yeah.
something with an E. And then Ethan Cohen. Oh, wait a minute, that's
Ethan Cohen.
Ethan Cohen. Yeah.
I've seen that Ethan Cohen guy before. I've seen him in something, probably just a commercial. He's like a minor, that guy.
He looks exactly like Chuck Klosterman with, like kind of a nerdy.
I don't know what Chuck looks like.
He kind of looks like Teddy Duchamp from Stand By Me.
I don't know who that is.
He kind of looks like the Cohen guy in this movie.
Okay. I know who that guy is.
Oh yeah, see, it all comes together.
What else? Also, sort of recognize the David Bowie guy too,
The dad,
Yeah.
the Hawaiian shirt dad.
and I sort of know Wings Hauser.
The wheelchair
Mostly
guy.
from his name. Yeah,
He kind of has a like grizzled Mickey
Yeah, I
Rourke
think-
kind of style.
I think in like the mid to late '80s, he was like a big direct-to-video action star.
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't recognize him, but yeah, he had a very distinct face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we can't talk about the story. We're just like, their faces. That guy had a nice nose. Did you like his nose? I liked his nose.
The French girl had a nice ass.
When I first saw her, I thought she was Jesse's girlfriend from
She looks a lot like that chick. Yeah.
Breaking Bad, but yeah,
Kristen Ritter.
It was
that
not.
Actress's name. Not her, because she had a French accent.
yes, and a different name.
And a different name. And from certain angles, did not look like her.
Yeah, like her ass shot.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So, do you have a favorite kill in this movie?
David Bowie, the Hawaiian shirt dad.
Yeah.
Was probably my favorite kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a favorite kill, but I just know that after, spoiler, after he kills the cleaning lady, I love that he's just sitting on the bed watching TV in the motel.
Right.
Like all of us do when we kill a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
We just want to relax, turn on the tube, chill out.
Oh yeah, because if you got the hotel room anyway,
Mm-hmm.
you know, might as well use it, paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when you and I have traveled out of town together, we usually don't want the clean lady in there anyway. So if
Right.
she's going to come around bugging us, we're going to kill
Oh
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean there is an upcharge. It's similar to if you open something out of the mini fridge or whatever,
Right.
but it's totally worth it.
Right.
I mean it's convenient. It's all about convenience. Like you get home, you open the fridge, and you're like, oh, I could open this, $10 tiny little bottle, or I could walk down the street and buy one, but I'm already here.
Right.
It's like the same thing. You're like, do I walk down to the park and kidnap a hooker? Like the whole get the razor wire out,
Right.
or you just kill the clean lady.
You just kill the clean
Right.
lady. That is.
You don't have to clean it up.
Nope.
That's
Supposal.
why the other cleaning lady is there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Unless someone happens to kill her.
Right.
That gets messy.
Yeah,
But
it's going to build up at some point, but
Mhm.
not everybody's going to kill the cleaning lady.
no.
So there's always going to be.
Oh
a
yeah.
cleaning lady.
Yeah, there's the people out there, the thrifty,
Yeah.
vacationer. Like if there's a whole family or something, they might. But so well, that scene where the accountant is he's got the turkey in
Yeah.
the motel,
Uh-huh.
and I mean it kind of makes sense,
It paid off.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't expect it to pay off.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looked like one of those bizarre things that was never going to be explained.
Right.
You're like, okay, he's like, was he pantsless?
He was pantsless. He was just wearing boxers.
But he has tie and shirt
He
on.
had his tie and shirt on. He was shining his shoes.
Mhm.
And he receives a phone call from
His-
the master,
His master, yeah.
who we never see or get referred to again.
Right. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And yeah, there's just a turkey in the room.
A live giant turkey.
Yep.
Walking around the motel room.
Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a very cool scene. Very Tickish. Very like something from the cartoon for the Tick,
Yeah, I can see that.
Especially the way he delivered the lines to his master. It was very convincing that he was indeed the slave to someone, to some powerful force. But that scene where, okay, spoiler again, where a dozen people are ravenously eating this baked turkey,
Yeah.
it reminded me very much of Dawn of the Dead,
Yes.
and even the music score.
Music sounded like Goblin.
Yeah, it
Yes,
did.
it did.
That was awesome.
I thought the exact same
Yeah.
thing. I almost said it. 'Cause we both looked at each other.
Yeah.
So we were obviously thinking the same
Yeah.
thing.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what is preventing this from being just pretentious arty bullshit is that obviously the writer-director has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
And knows that can make fun of himself. So
Right.
that really helps.
It's just like if Ingmar Bergman during the Seventh Seal would have like had a guy take a little too long to play his chess piece, and the other guy just pulls out a seltzer bottle and like sprays him in the noggin. Like that would have made that movie good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same kind of thing. Yeah, because this isn't quite Monty Python or anything, but it has like a lot of their like absurd, sensibility. It's a good word.
Yeah, the gore for comedic effect, things blowing up. The fact that it's a living tire on the run.
And very well done as far as like
Yeah.
the tire moving around.
Like,
I kept expecting it to only be CGI, but it
Right.
obviously was not.
it was a real tire.
Yeah.
As far as I could tell, for the most part, it was a real tire.
Yeah.
And it did not seem to be frame by frame animated.
No.
'Cause-
I looked for wires, I didn't see wires.
No.
I thought maybe there was a guy dressed head to toe in green, and there was like maybe a stick embedded in the tire in the side, and he's like walking along turning the tire, because it like kind of goes up hills and turns and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Obviously, some shots there's somebody manipulating the tire.
Right.
It's not in frame.
some of the close-ups. And,
Yeah.
Right.
But there's quite a few shots of just the tire
Just trucking along.
going by itself. Yeah. I wonder if they put like some sort of remote controlled something.
Oh, that's
inside
possible.
of it.
That's possible.
Well done.
Yeah.
And like the beginning of the movie, when the movie that the spectators are watching starts.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that early scene of the tire like coming out of the dump.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was like we were watching a nature movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were
Oh, yeah.
watching like a newborn cub.
Like all I needed was the narration.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. I was thinking more like, I don't know, like some sort of horror movie where the guy is like, walking around like preparing his weapons, but it was much more lighthearted.
Right.
Like you said, much more like a bear cub or something.
Yeah. Like learning how to walk, falling down a lot.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was very cute in the early days. How'd he go wrong?
Well, he saw the atrocities committed on his kind by human beings.
Was that before he killed like the scorpion and stuff?
No, he killed the scorpion.
Yeah.
Before all that, when he discovered that he could run things over.
Yeah. That's who wouldn't though. Yeah.
And I think before he was mostly just killing people out of revenge, or like those who had wronged him, or and then he saw the massacre and decided that all humanity had to die.
Yeah. Well, he's right there.
Well,
I mean,
of course.
I can't deny. Oh wow. Yeah. I think I liked it.
I think I did too. Yeah.
Like, I don't think this is something like I watch like twice a year or something, but
I'd recommend it to people who have a good sense of humor and like an absurd horror type movie.
Kind of experimental comedy, kind of
Yeah.
fans of like Andy Kaufman maybe or something,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not a perfect movie by any means, and some of the jokes fall flat, and I think some bad acting and some weird dialogue kind of stunted here and there, but for the most part, really enjoyable.
Could have been a much worse movie about a tire that kills people.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it almost seems like, if I think about it in my head, it seems like something that, like occasionally we're like, that was good, or it could have been good if it was way, way shorter. But, it didn't really suffer from that.
No, didn't drag.
No.
I don't feel that they're dragged.
Right.
I think cutting away to different things and to sort of letting the tire co-star rather than be
Right.
the top draw.
Yeah.
Sort of helped, because I think there's only so much we can take of the tire just rolling around,
Right.
killing things.
Like the kid said at the beginning, he's like, it's boring already. Yeah. Yeah, I think, you're right. It served it to have the sheriff and the quirky accountants and
Right.
the audience in general. Yeah, it was a fun little weird movie.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. It's a movie about a tire that kills things.
Yeah.
I think pretty much you're gonna like it or not based on that.
Yeah, as long as you know it's not just boring,
Yeah.
like because that could be boring.
Yeah.
But-
If it tried to take itself seriously at all,
Right.
I think it would have. Although at the same time, like, it didn't treat it also like the people involved weren't like, it's a tire, oh wow.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
like they treated it as a viable threat.
As if it would have happened in real life.
Right,
Like
yeah.
some people don't believe it. They're like, you're just lying.
Yeah.
And some people were freaked out. Yeah.
So within the framework of the story, they treat it seriously, but the storytellers did not.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Which always seems like a good mix.
Yeah.
Honestly. Huh. Well, I hope there's a sequel. Hope it gets bigger and better budget.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, there'll be a remake.
yeah. Wow. Michael Bay. Yeah.
Then you won't be able to tell it's a tire.
Yeah, I know. You're like, what's going on there? There's so many like little, rubber pokey things.
An explosion.
Yeah. I know. I told Kathleen, I was like, I can't believe you're going to watch some crap movie like Final Harry Potter when you could be watching some serious thing meant for adults instead of children, like me and Eric are going to watch. She's probably in line right now to see that movie.
Really?
Starts in 3 hours, right?
I think so. It's about 9-ish.
Yeah.
It's a midnight show.
Yeah, midnight show.
Wow. Why would you be in line this early?
No, I think she's gonna. I'm sure she'll be there around 10:30 or so, though.
Still.
There's gonna be a fever, man. Crowd.
That's true.
This isn't rubber we're talking about.
That is true. I forgot that I only go see movies like weeks after they've been out.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure this Harry Potter thing has the equivalent of the Star Wars Episode 1 fevers, because this is the last one, and everybody's all at Twitter.
Yeah, I guess everybody's on Twitter as well, talking about
It's
it.
true.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be?
I went to see, I don't know if I talked about it on here or not, but a couple weeks ago, my friend and I went to go see Super 8.
Uh-huh.
And we walked in the theater, and like almost penned up was like a giant crowd of people just like in the lobby, like behind like all the ropes and everything.
Right, just like back and forth.
No, like they were just like someone built like an actual pen, like
Really?
a cage.
Oh, wow.
Of ropes.
Oh, wow.
And like people were just in it, just standing there, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Did you try to slip some ice cubes through the bars for them to lick?
No, I'm not gonna touch those people.
Yeah.
And with good reason, because they were all there to see Transformers 3, which had opened that day.
I'll still see that.
I will not, but I'm also never going to see a movie that involves me being caged up for an hour before the movie starts.
Yeah.
I'd much rather casually enter the movie theater as I please.
Like a real human?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I think there was a time when I was all about that sort of excitement, like Friday night releases and whatnot. And, we're lying down the block and into the cellar. And I
don't think I ever was. Like I've always there was a time where our nerd group would go see nerd movies like opening night.
Yeah.
It was pretty awful.
Yeah.
Just every single time it was awful.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to get high in the parking lot, really. Honestly, I would always go out and smoke weed in the parking lot, or smoke weed on the way there.
Not when you and I were doing this stuff.
When the Mavericks crew was doing the Mavericks movies, like when we went to see Spider-Man and all that kind of stuff.
That was years ago. I'm talking about when I joined you guys,
Oh, like
Dark Knight
months ago?
and Transformers.
Oh, yeah.
Or not Transformers, Terminator Salvation.
Right.
Star Trek, stuff like that.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you went to the Mavericks movie nights or not. Probably not.
Probably not. Other than
Batman. Dark Knight.
I've never enjoyed that. And when I used to work in the movie theater, just seeing people lined up for a movie and then having to deal with them, just I think that really started setting me off on the whole thing.
Right. That's understandable. Yeah.
I will say something I've probably mentioned before. When the Star Wars movies were re-released in the mid-90s,
Mm-hmm.
we had, Episode 4.
Episode 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. New Hope?
New Hope.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
Oh, I thought you meant the fourth movie, which was Episode 1.
No.
Okay.
Episode 4, when they were re-released in the mid-90s.
Okay, yeah.
Because Episode 1 came out in 1999. Which
Okay.
is the late 90s.
Yeah.
But, they released all the special editions, with CGI Cloud City and Jabba and Star Wars and
Right.
every single one of those shows sold out for weeks on end, and it was hellish, fucking brutal.
Like even during the daytime?
Oh yeah, yes.
Wow, that's impressive.
Because we were only open during the daytime on the weekends. But we would have to, because every theater was sold out that was showing it, we would have to enter the movie theater to clean it before the movie was over.
Right.
So it usually meant that we all had to walk down to the front of the screen at the same time that they were handing out the medals in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's like we were marching down.
Oh man. Did you get in front of the screen?
Uh-huh.
Oh, or did they try to kill you?
No.
Okay.
You couldn't see us.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
people could see us, but we weren't blocking the screen
Right.
or anything.
Right.
But we had to wait down there because,
You had to be on Johnny on the spot
yeah,
with the cleaning.
because we had to clean every single row as soon as they emptied because the next crowd was fighting to come in.
And they'd be in there like 15 minutes later, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
If even that.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have wanted to work at a theater during that.
Hellish. That and Disney movies.
Just the kids
Kids.
fucking in the theater and eating candy,
Yeah.
sticking it to the screen and whatnot.
Never that bad, but just messy kids, screaming kids. It'd be like super hot because there'd be so many people in there.
Right. So many little people. Little kids.
Well,
They're hot hearts. They're evil lava hearts.
and their parents, who are just as evil, if not worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
Adults are terrible, too. Adults with kids are terrible. Don't ever have kids, Jason.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Just don't.
But I like kids.
Then I don't think you and I could be friends after that.
You could be Uncle Eric. Wouldn't you want to be Uncle Eric? They could come over and like.
Tell you what, you can have kids.
Mhm.
You and I will stop talking for at least 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, then you can reintroduce me back in your life and I'll meet your kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
Then I'll
driving.
be Uncle
They'll
Eric.
be driving and moved out of the house by then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And not have snot all over their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all over your comics when they come over.
No, they're not coming over.
Yeah.
No.
Not even when they're 10?
Nope.
No. Okay. Man, I can't believe you hate my family so much.
Yeah, well, it's your fault for raising shitty kids.
I tried, though. I tried so hard, but when little Danny was diagnosed with ADHD and Suzanne had, she had a penis and a vagina, it's just, it's hard. It's harder than you would have thought. Damn it. Hurts me now.
Sorry. Alright. Take a break?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
We are 138. 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 With the eyes of tiger. Do you think we're robot clean? With the face to come on me. It's the time to be an android, not a man. Who bless the streets all gone. We're stripped of all we want. In the eyes of tiger. We are 138. 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 Hey, 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 hey,
Hey, welcome back to Gutter Trash, kids and neighbors. Oh, I didn't mean to say the N-word.
Okay.
I don't mean the N-word. I mean the N-word.
My N-word.
Yeah, your N-word.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
I've been having a very pleasant week.
Yeah?
Not dealing with them.
Oh. No sign, no sound.
Nope, because I haven't been here.
That's awesome.
I'm not looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah. Coming back.
Yeah.
Well,
Vacation's over.
at least there's no more holidays this weekend, so
Yeah.
they shouldn't be setting off fireworks and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm sure fireworks have probably been going off the entire time anyway.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing them in my house. My dog freaks out every night.
Yeah, I've been, I mentioned in the previous segment, I've been staying over at my parents' house. We're in a town called Beaver Creek, which is where I grew up. And, well, my parents are not, necessarily rich or well-to-do. It is generally considered a rich and well-to-do city.
Mm-hmm.
We're just sort of the lower part of that.
The slums of Beaver Creek.
Sort of, yeah. We live there, but we're definitely not part of
Right.
the Beaver Creek community that everybody thinks of.
Yeah, like that. I've been in the house. It's not like some posh extravagance, but it's nice.
Yeah,
it's really
It's
nice.
a nice house.
Yeah.
But man, what a difference between Beaver Creek and Kettering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 10 miles or whatever.
10
but-
miles, like down the road. I've been going back and forth between the two cities all my life.
Mhm.
And yet yesterday it occurred to me that there are hardly any convenience stores in Beaver Creek.
Yeah. It's-
Other than like a gas station.
Yeah. Why is that, I wonder?
I don't
Just
know.
the lack of people who need smokes and beer on a dime, like,
Yeah.
I need it. Gotta have it. Pull in right here.
Yeah, there's there's a Speedway and a Sunoco and that type of thing, but there's no like freestanding like Circle K or
Oh, yeah.
UDF or anything. There's not a UDF in Beaver Creek.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Where do they get the ice cream at? I guess there's a Dairy Queen.
No, well, kind of.
Sort of in Beaver. Is that Beaver Creek?
It's towards the edge of Beaver
Mhm.
Creek.
Huh. Maybe that's how people get rich. They don't,
There's a Ritter's. in Beaver Creek.
is that ice cream though, or is that, what's that other stuff?
Frozen
Custard, yeah.
Yeah. It's ice cream.
Yeah.
Don't fool yourselves. It's ice cream. It's good.
Mhm. Oh yeah, it's tasty. Oh,
Yeah.
I've had it. Yum.
But yeah, there isn't a standalone building anywhere in Beaver Creek that just sells cigarettes.
And lottery tickets and
Right.
beer. Yeah.
I don't think that place sells lottery tickets or beer. That
Which
I'm talking about. Smokes for Less.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. With bars in the windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
On the other hand, there is also not a scratch-off place or a place where you can buy a pager or a disposable cell phone.
Or Scarface lawn furniture.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little bit nice.
Yeah. I don't have neighbors who are working on their trucks in the middle of the night or fist fighting each other above me. The only kind of neighbor I have is the kind who comes over to the house and picks up things that flew off of my patio during the huge storm that we had.
Yeah. See?
Because
That's
they
awesome.
wanted
Not because they're looting.
No, because
Yeah.
they wanted to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the first thing you thought of when you saw someone in your yard, wasn't it like, this guy's, what's he up to? No good. He's stealing.
Well, he's on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
He's a friend of my parents who was on his way to have a drink at a bar near my parents' house. Drove by and saw that during the windstorm we had Monday nights, some stuff had blown out into the yard that I hadn't had a chance to pick up myself. And so I pull in to see a motorcycle sitting in the driveway, which is weird.
Did you immediately recognize who it was, though?
I saw him get on the motorcycle. I was like, oh, that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I only know one person with a motorcycle.
Right. That's also a sign of it's a good thing. That's a good. Yeah, I think I might know too. But one of them is a 3-wheeled motorcycle because she's like in her late 50s, early 60s.
Uh,
I think I'd say she's in her 60s. So
Yeah.
she drives a 3-wheel motorcycle. But yeah, still badass though for a 60-year-old
Oh,
lady. Yeah.
Is that your mom?
No. My mom's a 2-wheel motorcycle rider. Please. Please, sir. If there was a unicycle version, she would be riding that.
Why isn't there a unicycle motorcycle?
It's dangerous. I bet, like, Orville Wright probably invented that. And then they just shot it down. Speaking of, tires and people driving on
Yeah.
things and doing weird stuff.
Alright.
Today must have been like the day to sing while you drive, because on the way to your parents' house to meet up to watch the movie, I was at a stoplight and I had my windows down because it's a nice day out there. It's like, it's not hot really. It's just,
It's not terribly hot.
it's just, yeah, it's like breezy and warm and sunny.
Yeah.
And so I had my windows down and the guy in the car next to me, like a 40-ish-year-old gentleman, was just belting away at something in the car, and I couldn't tell what it was. It just sounded like some old pop rock kind of stuff.
Journey.
Oh no, nothing recognizable. It was like he was in the underground pop rock or something. But
Donovan.
yeah, he was no. And he was the only one in the car too. It wasn't like he was like having a sing along or anything, but he was just going at it. And then when we left your parents' house to come back here, on the way back at the it might have been the same exact intersection actually. I think it was. There was someone turning. I was like turning right and he was turning left. And we were passing each other, but he was by himself in the car and he was belting away at something. I couldn't hear what it was because his windows were up. But yeah, it's like a sing-song day.
So, well, first of all, could they just be talking on Bluetooth?
No, they were singing.
Okay.
I mean, like I could hear the one guy singing,
Right.
and then this guy was like, the guy was turning. He was like,
We didn't do the visual.
yeah, he had his eyebrows asunder and his his mouth was contorted, and maybe he was just having a seizure. I don't know.
So what you're saying is that you've never sung in the car by yourself.
I have,
Well,
but
then
not when there's people around.
Why are you condemning these people?
No, I'm not. It was just
There's
like,
not people around. They're in their car. They're in the privacy of their car.
oh no, I was 15 feet away,
So,
just separated by 2 panes of glass.
well, why are you condemning these people?
I'm not condemning.
Yeah, you are.
I'm observing. I didn't
You
say.
are ridiculing them?
I didn't call them yahoos. I just said it's a sing-song day.
But you're saying it with the attitude of, look at these idiots.
Well, it's hard not to when they're behaving like
Foolish
such.
idiots. But they're just expressing the love for the music that they're listening to.
It's true. Well, I'll sing in the car, but only if I'm like driving down the highway at night and there's like no cars within 20 feet, And even then, I'm worried that like some cop's got his infrared like speed ray gun pointed on me, and he's like, I'm like mouthing the words to "Got a New Drug" by Huey Lewis or something, and he picks up on it.
Sounds to me like you have no soul. You are just angry at life.
That's me. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm full of anger and a hatred of all things fun.
I do this show under a constant state of fear.
That I might just explode on you.
Yeah,
Yeah. I unleash.
this is
occasionally.
why I've tried not to push you when we get into like a minor argument. It's like, oh yeah, this could be the thing that sets him off.
Yeah. This is the one that everyone's warning me about. Has he taken his medication? I don't know. No one knows. And we did, and we also saw a man eat a register receipt in his car today.
Yes, we did. Okay, this we can make fun of because that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
Don't know what it was.
I swear it looked like one of those, like if you get, like from Subway where they have all your points listed or something, or like a big grocery receipt,
Okay.
something where it's like a foot long
Right.
grocery receipt with like words printed all over it. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah. You saw it first. I was driving. We went out to dinner at an Indian place, and
Which was excellent.
yes, it was. And yeah, I pulled out, and you kind of started laughing. and you told me that this guy, like, stuck a piece of paper in his mouth or something. And, like, at first I was expecting maybe he was, like, just kind of, like, held it in his mouth while he was, like, fumbling. Or
Right,
something.
like he's buckling a seatbelt.
Yeah. And, I looked, he was behind me, and I looked at my rear view, and, like, it was not that, because he was clearly just driving, and it looked to me like he had, like, a tissue shoved up his nose.
All right.
And, I mean, you know, people do that.
Yeah.
I do that.
It's gross, but
It's
people
gross, but, you know, if your nose is runny, and, you know...
do it. You gotta drive.
You gotta drive, and, you know, it's just not gonna stop running. You shove a Kleenex up there, and let it soak into the snot into the tissue.
Right.
And then throw it away. But that's what it looked like, and so I thought that was weird. But then I could tell that it was not up his nose. He just had it dangling in his mouth. And then I stopped at the stop sign. I looked, and he reached his hand at the paper, crumpled it up, and then started shoving it into his mouth.
I swear too, like, because when I saw him put it in his mouth. It looked like, you know, he put like the middle of the paper
Yeah.
right over his mouth and just pushed like Ted DiBiase would a wad of $20 bills.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it just looked like there was a top flap and a bottom flap hanging out of his mouth, like he was cramming this giant. And like I said, the only thing I can think of is that he was part of some sort of secret society, and he just received a message. Like maybe it printed out of his dashboard, like in I don't know, some spy movie,
Right.
like a James Bond style.
So destroy this message after reading.
Yeah, like he got his target was confirmed, and
Right,
yeah,
right. But yeah, he
he was eating paper.
He was eating paper.
Yeah.
He was chewing that shit up.
Wow, what if he did just go out and kill someone whose name was in that paper tonight?
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll
Maybe
check the news, see if anybody got murdered.
mysterious,
tonight.
yeah, mysterious. And you never know, like if he's really good at his job, foreign spy that he was, you know, it might be a pretty good cover-up job. There might be like, kerosene explosion at the old mill warehouse or
Right,
something, you know.
right.
And like, you know, one security guard found, you know, and another unidentified body whose teeth have been removed systematically.
Well, I hope he's not a listener to this, because we may have just outed him
Oh.
and turned ourselves into targets.
We don't know what kind of car he had, or we didn't describe his skin color.
Well, I remember that he had a mustache.
Oh, there you go.
And that he
You just
could eat
killed
paper.
us both. You just killed us both. How many mustachioed paper eaters are there in the world? In our town, no less.
Technically, he's not in our town.
Oh, that's right. He's 10 miles away in the
Yeah.
nice part of town. See, okay.
Well, technically, he was in Fairborn, which is back to White Trashville.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's true. So you think, who would he be killing in Fairborn?
The head of Wright State University.
Oh, Irvin J. Nutter?
Irvin J. Nutter, even, yeah. Someone in the Nutter family, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he was...
He was killing a nutter. Huh.
Ooh.
That is terrible.
Maybe he just wanted to go hang out at the douchey Starbucks that I passed last night when I drove past it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen so many douchey people sitting outside of any place than last night when I passed the Starbucks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. What a Fairborn.
What were they doing? Just being douchey?
Just being douchey.
Mhm.
They just looked douchey from
Yeah.
the street, and then you could just tell that they were douchey.
They were talking about how they had just rented rubber and they were really disappointed because it wasn't pretentious enough.
That would make them douchey.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, so yeah, weird day. Weird day, people in cars doing odd shit.
Yeah.
And it's Harry Potter Day, and it's the release of the new Magic the Gathering. It's fucking weird Magic Nerd Day.
Yeah. It's another thing that I'm not missing right now.
Oh, the Magic kids.
Magic kids in my parking spot. No, I'm dealing with it right now, so
Yeah.
thanks. Fuck me.
They're in my spot too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. I don't want to come back here. I
No
don't
one-
want to come back here on Monday,
No one should have to.
Sunday.
I moved back into my mom's. Can you just ask if you can move back into yours?
They're probably going to say no.
Really?
Yeah.
Would it be more socially acceptable if I moved in and paid them like $100 a month rent, and then you moved into my mom's and paid her like $100 a month rent?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's run that past them.
All right.
We'll get it hurt. Anything else exciting?
Yeah. I'm on vacation.
That's awesome.
It's
Vacation
awesome.
is awesome.
It's not exciting. Really done nothing.
That's what a vacation's for sometimes.
Yeah, it's true.
Unless you can go somewhere and see something that you don't have time to go and see when you're working.
Right. But I don't. I'll probably use tomorrow to go get my plates renewed.
Hey, there you go. I had to do car stuff. I had to replace the headlight and get an oil change today.
I should probably get an oil change sometime soon. Is that what was preventing your car from starting last week?
No, because it's still doing that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll turn the key and it'll just cough, basically, and I'll take the key out and put it back in and it'll start. But it's been doing that a lot lately, so I think my starter's going.
Yeah, sounds like it. You should get that fixed.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It is a bummer. But other than that, that's all I've done.
Yeah, I've watched a movie last night. Yesterday, technically. American, the Bill Hicks story.
Oh, was that good?
It was pretty good.
Is it like revelatory in some way? Like,
Not really. I mean, it was just sort of, it was informative, but not revelatory. Yeah, I mean, he put a lot of himself in his comedy, so, I mean...
Yeah, you kind of knew what was going on.
Yeah. But I guess he kept the fact that he was dying hidden from like all of his friends.
Really?
Yeah, and he constantly was on tour the entire time.
What did he die of? Cancer? Lung cancer?
Pancreatic cancer.
Oh, pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
And he knew it was going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
It's the end of that movie. Very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because like they interview like all his friends and peers and his family, and they're all talking about the fact that he knew, and he was basically working very hard to make sure that he still had product to put out after his death.
Wow.
Like he worked on 2 CDs at the same time.
Wow.
To put out, and his Letterman appearance that got cut from the show, famously, like he was like really looking forward to that. He was that was like his final television appearance that he was going to make.
Oh, that sucks.
And like he thought that it would hit really big and at least help make him famous enough to help his family after he was gone. And they cut him.
Wow, that's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got such a following, though.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
they did okay.
Yeah.
I hope.
And we're still, obviously not releasing anything. Although I guess he had like hundreds of tapes of like his performances.
Right.
Just like the audio quality is bad on most of them, so they can't really release them.
Right. It's like one of those things maybe weird nerd completists might pay money for.
Right.
You know.
I mean, obviously, if they put out another CD of like one of his performances or anything, I'm certainly going to buy it. But I'm sure at this point, a lot of his material has been released.
Right. That's too bad, though.
Yeah.
He's a funny dude.
Yes, he was.
Kathleen's a big fan.
Yeah. As she should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, then watched a lot of Veronica Mars. Watched the first 3 episodes of the new season of True Blood.
Ooh.
Another crappy bullshit. I watched the Burn Notice TV movie, The Fall of Sam Axe.
Oh, there's a TV movie.
Yeah, The Fall of Sam Axe.
Huh.
It's the Bruce Campbell character in that show.
Yeah, okay.
It was the story of how he got to where he is on the regular show.
Still never seen that show.
It's an enjoyable show. I watched 1 episode today. But it was an okay movie. It was Bruce Campbell being Bruce Campbell.
Right. It's hard to go completely wrong with him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I haven't watched the Herbie movie he was in, and it was half enjoyable.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Evil Dead remake?
No.
It's a go, apparently. They've got a director and a screenwriter.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it? Do you know if it's more of the horror or more of the comedy?
I
Or?
don't know. Because it's a remake, and it hasn't been written.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I just thought they might have said like, we're gonna take it in a different, slightly different direction or something.
They just said Evil Dead remake.
Mm.
And guy's never directed anything before. Written by the chick who wrote Juno and Jennifer's Body.
Oh. Huh. See, how does a guy get a gig like that if he's never directed anything when I'm sure there's tons of people that would love that job?
Short movie. He made a
Yeah.
short film that I guess Sam Raimi and company noticed
Okay.
and apparently liked enough to
Wow.
say, hey, that guy.
That's crazy.
Happens.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of the dream of everybody?
That's true. Yeah. That's crazy though. I mean, lucky for that dude. Well, I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it.
I probably will too, sadly.
I know it's like you don't want to support the whole remake genre,
Right.
but at the same time, like especially if the original creator is like, I want him to remake this movie
Right.
because I'm sure he's not completely happy with First Evil Dead. I mean, it's awesome,
Yeah.
but
Well, yeah, he already remade it. It's called Evil Dead 2.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, maybe this one will be, an amalgam of the both of them or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. Who knows? Well, yeah, I've never heard anything good about Juno, and I've definitely never heard anything good about Jennifer's Body. So, going from that, I can't
I've never seen either one, so.
can't say that I've never seen either one either because I've never heard anything good about them.
Well, I wish I could tell you one way or the other. But, huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's all I've got.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll pick a comic to read.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm almost scared to pick it now.
Oh, after Rubber?
No. After a conversation we had at the Indian restaurant.
Oh, really?
Because you said something sort of disapproving that I already picked out my pick, and I don't have a backup in case you're against this.
I just said something about your actual pick.
Not about my actual pick, but the guy who wrote my actual pick.
Okay, wow. I can't even remember. I'm trying to remember.
You talked some shit about Brian Bendis,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
and I am picking, hopefully,
Spider-Woman.
a Brian Bendis book. No, because I got rid of that. Because that was not good.
Yeah.
I'm picking a graphic novel that he and Michael A. Von Oming did a couple months ago called Takio.
Okay. I've seen that.
Yeah,
I haven't read it, though.
yeah. I wouldn't imagine you would have,
No.
because obviously you don't like him.
I don't dislike him. I think I made a comment about how wordy
Yeah.
his word balloons
Yeah.
and pages are. Yeah. I don't dislike him. I'm not a super fan, though.
What have all of you read by him?
I've read the first Powers trade.
Okay.
I've read Goldfish. I've read some New Avengers. I think it was when it was still Avengers before it was New Avengers. I've read something else. Can't
Nothing.
never read his Daredevil or Ultimate Spider-Man.
Jinx.
Just
Fortune and Glory.
Nope.
Satan Twitch.
Nope.
Hellspawn.
Nope.
The one Batman story he wrote.
Maybe. Maybe.
Ultimate X-Men.
I might just have seen
Ultimate Fantastic Four.
no Ultimates.
Ultimate Power.
Nope. I may have just seen his name so much on books that Marvel puts out
Right.
that I'm like, yeah.
Daredevil Ninja.
Yep. I think that was it, probably. That was probably just this. Probably just an Avengers Goldfish and Powers.
The Avengers, I could see putting people off. Because he's not very good on the Avengers.
I don't know. I enjoyed them, but I had the same problem with Powers, where I thought it was just wordy.
I think it flows better in Powers. I think it works better in Powers.
Yeah.
We should all save all of this conversation when we're actually talking about the book that he wrote that we're going to review.
Takio? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna delete.
Yeah, I mean, but usually that's the excuse to talk about the people involved in the creation of that book.
That's true.
I got some stuff to say about Brian Bendis.
Yeah.
And I'll save it for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the book or not, I got positive things to say about it. I got negative things to say about it. So look forward to that.
Ooh. It's a multifaceted emotional roller coaster.
Maybe. Or it could just be a half-hour bust like it was last week. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, then. I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm. I don't know.
Go to work?
I might have to go to work. I either have to go to work. If I don't go to work tonight, I have to go to work super early and do a 12-hour day tomorrow. So I might go tonight.
If I were you,
Yeah.
I'd go tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get that shit over with. Let's sleep under the normal hour.
But the only thing is, the magic troupe will be 2 doors down playing Magic at their game night.
Yeah.
And if I'm there before midnight, they'll probably smell the new Magic being moved around in the store. And we're not allowed to sell it till midnight, and they'll just be like, it'll be like that scene in Dawn of the Dead where like they go over to the windows and bang on them and all the zombies are there. And they'll just be waiting outside for me.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Well, that's your risk.
Yeah.
Arm yourself.
I might just turn all the lights off and sort by candlelight.
Yeah.
And then wait till after midnight to leave, like once they've already gone home.
There you go. Do you want me to come with you? Muscle?
Little muscle? Little magic? Oh.
Can I install Photoshop and Illustrator on your computer there? That way I can work?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because I'm going to stick around here and work on some art.
Ooh.
And if I can do it there, then I can keep you company and, threaten some magic dorks with a
Right.
baseball bat.
Yeah, I can't ask you to do that in case it gets ugly. I don't want to. I can't put you in harm's way like that.
That's good, because honestly, I would just cower away anyway.
Yeah.
I'd just run out the back. You're on your own!
Yeah. Just jump into the creek.
Yeah.
Because the water.
Oh,
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's like garlic to a vampire.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.